guys, welcome back. Welcome another edition in. I think this is build video number 7. Pumped a couple out this weekend because I've been really cracking on my kit. And it's a Star Wars Level 3 Star Wars X-Wing fighter in 1/12 scale. So made really good progress in this one. We have got to the unmasking that I was really worried about. You'll have to see how I got on with that. I'm not giving anything away. And on with some more painting and masking and all sorts of stuff. So without further ado, off and see the video. See you in a bit. Hey guys, Terry from Smooth's Workshop. Right, had a few issues. This is me shooting this for a second time. I did do all my unmasking and stuff as I said I would do in the previous one. So luckily I've got the video footage of that. But rather than try and do a voiceover for all the other bits I was going to explain, I'm going to reshoot these bits and try and do the magic of post-edit. Just pulling the unmasking shots and voice over those. So yeah, what I did do was a wee bit of research on the Revell colours, just to see, for those of you that are maybe wanting to paint this up, going by the colours that's in the kit. I'm kind of winging it and making it up as I go along. The colours in it, a white silk matte, we'll get that in any makeup paint, and the flesh matte, any makeup paint. Again, I used the life colour ones, which I explained when I was doing the pilot. Now, the inserts in the wings that I masked off, it's asked me to do them in a stone grey matte. Now, the stone grey matte is actually, the code number 75 goes across to Tamiya XF12, which is Giant End Grey, which is a greenish grey. So what I did was, I didn't have XF12, so I got in touch with a friend, and via the magic of Hangouts, etc., he sent me a photo of a swatch of XF12, which I'll just flash up just now. So I had a little look at what he'd done, back to me, and the only thing I thought, right, I've got a stone set here from Life Colour. So they're wanting a stone grey, and it's a greenish grey. So I looked up here and I've got, oh, green stone, I wonder what that's like. So I've taken it out and I've done a wee swatch as well, on a piece of paper. Obviously on paper, because paper absorbs the paint, you don't get a true likeness for the colour, but if both swatches were done on paper, apart from lighting, etc., we were hoping they were kind of similar. So this is what I got, and of course I'm actually 2 pictures up to the photoshopped one we had before, and I did a wee airbrush swatch of it. It still looks a bit green for me, so I'm not 100% sure about it. So that's what went ahead on to do the little panels that I've masked off in the wing. So totally not sure about that. Other colours, actually for an orange gloss, that's easy enough, any colour orange gloss. 76 doesn't cross matches anything, and it's the one I'm going to be doing all the light grey paneling and everything in. So I'm going to do a custom colour, my own custom colour. I'm going to take XF66 light grey and lighten it with some XF2 flat white till I get a nice light grey colour that I'm happy with. So it's going to be a custom mix, and I've got an empty Tamiya jar to do that in. So that's when we get onto that colours. For 378, the F tells you a dark grey silk matte. It actually cross-references as XF63 German grey in the Tamiya colours. Tar black matte, that's just a matte black, yeah. The colour H in it, it says a grey matte. It's actually a blue grey. It cross-references to Tamiya XF54, which is dark sea grey, which is, I've just been painting with it actually, this colour. Okay, and that is the colour I said I was going to do the back end of this with. Okay, and just to show you, it's all 50 shades of grey. Here is XF66 next to it, and it's just slightly different shade of grey. Yeah, a more bluish tone to it. So I've still unmasked that, so I'm just letting it dry just now because I've just sprayed it. So there's that. It's telling you to paint all the parts in I. That cross references to X10, which is gunmetal. Not sure about that. So anyway, what I'm going to flick across to just now, and I'll have to voice that over, is the unmasking. So I'm going to go and watch me unmasking, and then I'm going to try and do a voice over it because I lost all audio, and let you see how I got on with that. So off and watch unmasking. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And hopefully it's working. Right, okay. So, what we're looking at here, this is the paint job that I had, and I wasn't awful sure about whether I liked the colour or not. It's a bit green looking for me. Still not sure about it. Seems to have got good coverage. I'll soon find out when I take the masking off. Right, okay, here we go. Now, I did lose all the audio, so we're back, and this is unmasking. Oh, exciting stuff. It's always exciting stuff when they go to start peeling tape off. Have you got overspray? Has it crept under? Oh, wee peek. Now, because I detacked this, it should come off nice and easy. At least that's what I'm hoping anyway. And I'm just peeling it ever so slowly. I don't want to go ripping it off, or I'm going to rip the paint off, which I shouldn't do because I've got a really good primer under it. I used the UMP primer, same as the Steiner's. And the white coats on it had a good overnight to dry. And the Tamiya acrylics are really, really sturdy. Oh, this is looking good so far. Here's hoping I'm not getting feedback, and I'm getting a really, really good sound off this microphone. Oh, and the first bit of masking's off. Let's have a little look at that. Not quite as green as what I thought it was going to be, actually. It is a greenish grey. And against the white, it's actually quite nice. I'm quite surprised, quite happy with that. This is the first time I've done a voiceover with this microphone. I usually use it for my live feeds and everything, which I'm hoping to try and get into. So yeah, I'm just having a wee check at that. Perfectly masked, no creepage, no spidering underneath. So let's see if we can be lucky second time round when we go to do this one. Again, peeling it back ever so carefully. We certainly don't want, I'm sorry if you hear creaking in the background, that's me holding my headphones. It's a bit weird hearing your voice echoing back. Just peeling it ever so carefully, teasing it all the way around. Don't want to be ripping it off. And it looks like I've got a good masking job on this one as well. Off it comes. Yeah, I think that colour's okay. I'm just going with the Revell colour guides. I'm not going for screen accuracy or anything. And if I do find it looks a bit off, I will be doing an oil pin wash on it anyway. So I might save those masks just in case I change my mind, but nah, I think I'll stick with that. It's looking really good. Yeah, nice coverage. Again, no seepage or spidering underneath the masking, and that's just careful masking and making sure that it's rubbed down my cotton bud. And I detacked it first, obviously, so none of the white paint's pulled off either. And again, the reason that the paint isn't pulling off is it's because it's had a really good primer, and the base coat's had plenty of time to dry. Alright, on to the next one. Oh, another one. And I've kind of got it all stuck up here because, yeah, because Terry likes to make sure things are well masked, so I'll just get my decal scissors out. There we go, give it a wee snip here and there. And release. Yeah, wee snip here and there, and I'm not quite sure how loud to talk into this. I'm just using a normal voice. Been buying lots of new toys and haven't had time to try them out yet. So here we go, peeling this one off. One wing's okay, is this one going to be the same? Oh, again, carefully for the other side. It's looking good so far. Wee bit of masking there's not quite coming up, so I'll get my tweezers in just to give that a little lift out. And off with that tiny little bit that was being a pain. And take the crocodile clip off and go for the reveal. Now that's looking not bad. Let's have a look. Is that 3 in a row? If that's 3 in a row, I'm doing really, really well. Yeah, that's looking lovely. Still not sure about the colour, but yeah, maybe grow on me. So let's go and get this other one unmasked, eh? Right, okay. Can it be 4 out of 4? Well, no time like the present to find out. Let's start peeling this baby back. Peel it back, peel it back. Oh, ever so gently. Yep, seems to be coming off really nicely. And I can't believe it, 4 out of 4. Well, can't say any better than that. So hopefully this voiceover's worked, and the next clips are back to normal audio. See you in a bit. Welcome back. Yeah, unmasking went well, eh? Didn't it? Didn't it just? Doesn't look so bad either. So that's one bit of the masking done. There's a couple other wee bits of masking on the wings. I'll just pull that up in the instruction just to show you. On the top sides of the wings, they want you to pick out, where's my pointy? They want you to pick out this shape here on the wings. All the ones in E are the ones I'm doing my custom colour. So the 2 bits over the top of the engine, okay, and these inserts and the other grey ones that I'm going to do on the aircraft are all going to be my custom colour, so that's all E. So there's 4 sections of that to mask off, which happily enough, when I get round to it, actually follow panel lines. So it's going to go sort of in here, that kind of section. So it's going to be a bit of pain for me to mask up, but I'll not show you that on camera. I'll go off and I'll mask that up, and I'll show you what I've done once I've masked it up. And that will not be getting sprayed until I'm actually ready to spray all my custom colour. I've decided for the engines, because that's going to be the custom colour, no point trying to mask that up because it's a difficult contoured surface, but I might put a fine bit of mask across there and maybe a couple of other bits just to guide me, but I'm going to do them by brush. So I'll hand paint those. And that's just on the tops of the engines. It's telling me to do gunmetal grey for the rear of this. Not sure, might do a bit of dry brushing or something. It's telling me to do the engines all gunmetal. Again, I might just do a bit of dry brushing. I'm going to be doing oil pin washes in these anyway to pick out highlights and everything. But yeah, not 100% sure about that. So I'm kind of winging it as I go along. So yeah, right, I've went off and sprayed this back piece that if I had used forethought before I actually glued it in, if I'd used a little bit of forethought in it, I could have painted all that and slotted it in. So let's just take some of this masking off and see if I've done as good a job on this as I hope I've done. So I've got a few bits of masking tape to try and take off, but I might just cheat. No, I'm going to peel it. So this bit off. Now, how many other bits did I put on top? I put another bit on top of the parafilm. It's lovely thick stuff, this parafilm. Right, I'm not going to waste any time with this. Right, see the parafilm? Because I've got a nice hollow in there, I'm just going to go with my sharp knife and cut it, or try and cut it. Right, so I'll get this edge. Now, I said it wraps to itself and it sticks to itself, but it doesn't stick to the model itself. So let's see where we get with taking this off. Oh, I wrapped it right down to the front, didn't I? Find the end, Terry, and unwrap it. There we go, there's an end. So this stuff is really, really good. It can be quite expensive to buy in. But I might be able to salvage some of this for another bit of painting. Oh, there's another bit of tape there. So as you can see, that's all just came off there. And that's saved any overspray whatsoever on the rest there. Again, I might be able to reuse that because it's stretchy. And it's not all covered in paint. Let me just see if I can get this to... So if I stretch that again, I might be able to reuse that to mask something else. And I'm not going to waste it because it is quite dear. Alright, I've got a wee bit of split up there, but I might be able to reuse that bit. So I'll keep that now. Right, okay, into this bit of masking. Set that bit off. We've got a bit that I wrapped right round there. Oh, on camera, Terry, that might make life easier. I was trying to see the end of the bit of masking tape. Oh, that's that bit off. This is a bit that always scares me when I'm doing any sort of masking up is, did I mask it all up properly? Does it all look okay? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I'm impressed with that. Let's get this little bit. Have I managed to do the same with that bit? Tiny, tiny wee bit of touch up on the grey. Again, I'm going to be going in and weathering that. But, God, you can hardly even see the bit that I've missed. Let's just get this bit. Can we get it with the tweezers? You will come to daddy. Get your fingers in about it. I'm trying to be very careful with it because I don't want to peel the paint off. There we go, I've got an edge of that bit. Come to daddy. Oh, that bit's went bra as well. I always panic when I'm masking. And of course I've no fingernails left. Get this last bit off. Is this going to be the bit that's went all wrong? Wow, okay. So there you go. Do a proper masking job. And apart from the only tiny, tiny little bit I can see where I might need to do it, I'm not even going to bother because we're going in with a pin wash anyway. As there's a tiny, tiny wee dot of white on that grey bit there. Tiny, tiny. So all I've got to do is the centre bit. I think again that's in the custom grey. But I'm not delighted. So that means I can now get this together and spray all the white. Now because the back has already been sprayed white, I'm not going to be concentrating on that. So I can do the same trick I did with the engine and spray it that way. But what I will do is, before I put the top on, I did sort of try this grey out to see what it looked like, and it's a bit dark. And there's a tiny, tiny little panel line there in the white that's not supposed to be grey. So I'll spray the back of it first. Once that's sprayed, click the two bits together, like and so. Yeah, because that's all masked off, all ready to go. Some of it's already white, so I won't need to go over too heavy with some of it. Just concentrate around about that grey bit in the cockpit. And this edge up here a little bit. And just bring the white over the grey just to lighten it down because I'm going to go over with a lighter grey. And I might put a little bit of blue tack or something in there just in case. A little bit of masking over just to stop any overspray, but I'm going to be going this way. But I'm not bothering if it whites up a bit, it's going to get muckied up. I'm really impressed with that little masking job. So, right, what am I off to do next? Yeah, I'm off to spray the white. So, see you in a bit. And back again. Right, this is going to be my final bit for the day. That's me shot the white coat over it all, and using the same technique as before, as I did with the engines, spraying at this angle when I'm doing the back end has stopped without any masking whatsoever any of the white getting on my grey bit at the back. So I've went back over that grey bit at the top, so I'm going to let this all dry overnight, and it's all looking lovely. And you can still faintly pick up all the panel lines, hopefully. Get my hand behind it. All the panel lines, which the black has helped to bring out. It's all lovely and masked. So, I'm not going to do an outro face to camera this time. What I'll say is in the next one, because I've got a lot done this weekend, so you've got 2 videos in quick succession. In the next one, I'm going to be making up my own custom colour using XF66 and XF2 into its own wee pot, pre-thinned with X28 thinners. I'll have masked up the wee bits on the wings that I need to do the wee sort of almost a W without the middle bit shaped bits. And I will have masked up ready for hand painting the engines, and I should have the areas on this masked up as well for any grey that I'll be spraying on that. So I'll probably come in showing you it's all masked up, and then cut it and then go away to the unmasking, see how I did with that. We're really in the final stages here, and then the next part after that will be doing the cockpit, masking that up. Well, obviously the glass is masked up, but getting all the bits that I want, the one sort of blue-grey colour, same as the back, around the cockpit. And that's all the spraying done. I'll then go in and clear coat it. The reason I'm going to clear coat it is I'm going to put decals on next. So I'm going to clear coat it with Alclad 2 Aqua Gloss. The reason I'm going to use Alclad 2 Aqua Gloss and not 2 times more shine is because it's a white subject. I tend to find that the UK version of 2 times more shine, or the Pledge multi-surface wax, yellows, because ours is a creamy colour. It's not like the clear that the Americans use. So yeah, I'm going to use the Alclad 2, and I'll get a lacquer coat ready for decals. Whether we get into decals in the next section or not, I don't know. But yeah, all the decals will go on. I'm not going to mask it all off and do all the red insignias and everything on something this scale. I'm going to decal it, and then on top of the decals I'll clear coat it, and then after that we're on to the weathering. I'll always weather my decals so it looks as if the paint on them is weathering with the rest of it. What I'll probably do is, once the decals are set and all glossed up, I will, before I do the last coat of gloss, I'll do a little bit of chipping on the decals to make it look a bit battered and worn before putting the final gloss coat on and doing the oil pin wash. So that's kind of where we're going to go with this. Closing this one up for now. So we're finally getting there. Obviously I've still got my LED Greubels things to work out. So I'll be thinking about that as well in between takes, and I'll let you know how I progress with that. And eventually, once everything's all weathered up and together, you'll see it all buttoned up and lit up, and that'll be it done. So we're really in the closing stages. Try to keep these short, but I always waffle. So until the next one, when I do what I said, or roughly what I said, it's Terry from Smooth's Workshop. Hope you've enjoyed this. Again, feel free to comment in the comment section down below. Keep them constructive, please, if you don't mind. And see you again. And happy modelling. Enjoy yourselves, guys. Bye.